deal with some of the requests that they had in terms of moving funds to the government of Ghana instruments at the time, and it was really a good decision to make. So we allowed, based on the request we had from the trustees, to actually move towards the GOG, which was seen to be a safe investment asset class. So we did that. But Honorable Chair, following that, those who had actually done some exposure in the collective investment schemes were asked to rebalance, and they have actually all done that as we speak. Thank you very much.
Have you made evidence of these agreements to the auditors?
Yes, sir.
Auditors.
In a letter dated on the 19th July 2023, we had actually shared our implementation evidence with the Auditor General's Department.
Auditors, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, that has been done. The portfolios in the collective investment schemes have been rebalanced. So the matter is resolved.
Chairman, we are good to go.
All right, great. The next infraction is on paragraph 1872. And Honorable Dr. Kisi will take care of that.
Thank you, Chairman. This has to do with no public education and sensitization in the Western North region and some districts in the Central region. Considering some of the happenings with pension schemes, I think this is quite serious that we improve on our education of the public. What has been done after this audit review?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we have duly undertaken those activities. In fact, there were things we had planned as part of our action plan for 2022, and we were not able to actually follow through with that, and the auditors picked it. But they were aware, and we have actually shared our subsequent actions in those regions, all aimed at actually giving a lot of education to the general public, especially those in the informal sector. So we have carried out those activities and have duly shared a report with the Auditor General's Department.
Audit Service, do we have any action plan documentation that you have chanced on or looked at?
Honorable Chair, we reviewed some evidence submitted to us on the fact that sensitization activities were carried out in 2023 in Sehui, also in the Western North region, and Takwa in the Western region. Thank you. So the issue has been resolved.
All right, Chairman, that'll be it.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, NVTI is also part of yours, right?
No, NVTI has been moved to Ministry of Education, so they are no longer us.
All right. National Pension Regulatory Authority, you are discharged.
I was grateful.
A minister, you could go with them.
Thank you.
The next group to be called is State Housing Company. And Minister, AESL could also join you. Minister, could you introduce yourself, please, and your officials?
My name is Emmanuel Duse, Finance Director, Ministry of Works and Housing.
My name is Bernard Ayensu, Director, PPBME, Ministry of Works and Housing.
My name is Selassie Exwa, Internal Auditor, Ministry of Works and Housing.
My name is Ebenezer Sam, HR, Minister of Works and Housing.
Okay. My name is Ignatius Okran, Chief Internal Auditor, State Housing Company Limited.
My name is Ousu Ansa, Head of Administration, State Housing.
My name is Nanecha Frempong Boadu, Head of Finance, State Housing Company Limited.
My name is Edward Owa, Head of Estate Management, State Housing.
My name is Sharifa Sechetijani, Deputy MD, State Housing.
Chairman, my name is Kojo Ponkroma, Minister for Works and Housing.
Thank you very much, Minister. Our State Housing Company, we are looking at your financials over here, comparing 2022 to 2021. If you look at your comprehensive income, there was a huge increase. What accounted for that?
Thank you very much. So it was mainly the lease renewals. We had our estates at Ringway that brought in about 16 million last year. Thank you.
When you look at your current ratio, is 1.5 to 1 as opposed to 2021. That was 1.4. What it means is that you'll be able to take care of your short-term financial obligations. But let's go to the management issues. It's paragraph 2391, and Honorable J. Boatin will take care of that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The issue here is expiration of head lease agreement between State Housing Company and landowners. And the auditors noted that a number of your properties, I think that there's a long list, Greater Accra, Eastern Region, Volta Region. I think that the document is in front of you, so you can peruse that one for the details. But the issue is that those leases had expired, and the auditors recommended that you take steps to have those leases renewed. Can you tell us what has happened with those leases?
Honorable Chair, State Housing has taken action to renew the hair leases. Importantly, our estate in Tamale called Kalpohen, we've actually fully paid for it, and Lands Commission has renewed the lease for us. What this means is that it enables us to also renew for our lessees. The other one is about our estates in Accra. We are talking about Laboni, Cantonment, Achimota, Teshinungwa, and Kanishi. We were billed to pay a certain amount of money. We've made commitments to that, and Lands Commission has begun the process of giving us a new lease. They've noted proposals in our favor, and that is the first stage to the granting of a lease. Thank you, Honorable.
So what about the others?
Yes, the Commission is in receipt of applications throughout the country, and it's a bit of a process. So we were actually concentrating on the major ones that are big revenue drivers, and as we complete those ones, the other ones too also come on stream. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
So the risk is that you might have problems with landowners if you don't quicken this process. So I think that you need to work on it quickly to be able to get these documents sorted out.
Thank you.
Can the auditors inform us about the current state of those issues?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that for Kapohin Estate in Tamale, that has been renewed. So we also know that part payment has been made for renewals of those in Accra. So they are still in the process of renewing them.
So, Chairman, some work has been done, but they haven't exhausted the entire issues. So I think that they are encouraged to work around the clock to be able to get these leases.
How long is it going to take you to resolve all these issues on these ground rents?
Yes, Honorable Chair, it's not entirely dependent on State Housing. Lands Commission comes into play. But we are hopeful that at least the very ones that we are talking about, which is the major revenue drivers, we should be able to complete by the end of this year.
By the end of this month?
This year.
Or at the end of this year? Okay, we'll hold you to it. That by the end of this year, you would have completed all these issues.
Thank you.
Your next infraction is on paragraph 2394, and Honorable Bao will handle that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And State Housing, the third infraction is captioned overdue ground rent. And the auditors noted that you had an outstanding rent balance to collect. And it's a huge sum, 85,810,810.83 cedis. On table 364A catalogs the outstanding balances on regional basis, and Greater Accra leading the chart with 69,393,106 Ghana cedis. It follows. So the total is 85 million. Can you tell us how much you'll be able to collect, and what steps are you taking to ensure that these monies are collected? Because we need a lot of housing, and if you're able to collect these monies, it will help go a long way in mitigating the housing problems that we have in this country. So walk us through what have you done to ensure that you collect these monies?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So regarding this outstanding amount, first of all, we need to know that it's not in our accounts. It's not a receivable in our audited accounts. Yes. It's a contingent receivable, and it's not probable. These are monies that we would have collected if the head leases had been renewed. So it relates to the first point of the head lease. Without the head leases, we are not able to collect these ground rents from our clients. But regardless of all this, we have in place other systems that we use to collect our outstanding ground rents. We have a revenue mobilization team in place who are vigorously going around serving demand notices and collecting these monies. So when you look at our account, for instance, you will notice that just 1 year, we've managed to raise more than one. Last year, our ground rent received was about 7 million. 2023, we received 12 million, and that's more than 5 million from what we received the previous year. Thank you very much.
From your explanation, I'm telling us that your inability to collect this money is due to the unavailability of head leases, right?
Yes, please.
Whose responsibility is it to ensure that these head leases at least are granted?
It is the responsibility of State House and working in conjunction with Lands Commission.
Why have you failed to do that?
Honorable Chair, as I said, some of it is legacy, and to the extent that we've become aware of some of the leases that were expiring, that is when the applications for the hair leases were renewed. It's a process that started way back in 2016 with our renewal of the Kanda hair lease. It hadn't actually expired. There's something we call surrender and renewal. So if you have a lease, if it's just about to expire, you can give up what you have, the residue of what you have, and then get a bigger term.
Honorable.
So we are doing that,
Let me ask
Honorable Chair.
Let me ask you a question. So what do you mean by legacy?
So, hello. Sorry, yeah. So in the past, the concentration of the company was not so much on the lease renewals. So it took time, 2016.
Madam, I'm sorry. What does it mean by legacy? Because he used the term legacy. Does it mean that when we go from one government to another one, then it becomes a legacy thing, so we throw everything away? What do you mean by legacy? Why don't you talk about the assets that you also got from before 2016?
The legacy assets.
Because you were supposed to do the job, not so. You were supposed to get with Lands Commission, isn't that so?
Mr. Chairman, thank you for your intervention. And then I want to find out, Mr. Minister, we have a lot of money with people that has been catalogued here. If you look at the report, both on the table 364A and 364B, 85 million, it can do a lot. So what are you going to do to ensure that this hair leases, that is the reason why these monies are not being able to be collected, is renewed, and so that at least we will have the mandate to collect this money?
Chairman, they are currently going through a process of getting the renewals done. The challenge has been that the initial quotations that come from the Lands Commission are extremely high, and if they are to sign off on that and pass that on to beneficiaries at the end, those rates will be very high. So they are going through a process of negotiating for some better rates from the Lands Commission so that they can also then do the subleases that they need to. Thank you, Chair.
How long is that going to take? Can you give us timelines?
As he mentioned earlier, it is not entirely dependent on them. It's a negotiation with the other party. And so they would try and do it within reasonable time, but they will require the cooperation of the Lands Commission to arrive at an early date to achieve that.
Mr. Chairman, I think if they cannot give us timelines, we will have to give them timelines to ensure that these monies are collected.
Yeah. We are giving a timeline to finish this project by the end of the year. Because one more year coming, it means everything from 2019 will be a legacy debt, and then we will leave that one. So by the end of the year, auditors, could you please make sure that you keep up with it, please? The next infraction is on paragraph 2402, and Honorable Aka will take care of that.
Thank you, Chairman. It was noted by the auditors that ledger balances had accounts which did not have any supporting documents to justify their existence, and you were asked to deal with that problem. What have you done about that?
Yes, so we were asked to recruit an independent consultant, which we have now. Yeah, we have the team currently working. Thank you very much.
Oh, you mean you have not completed the exercise? You are now in the process of...
yes, we've just started. The team started, not long ago, I think in July.
So here also, I read your response that these were legacy figures which had been identified. So the same thing. Do you still classify them as legacy figures?
No, please.
Okay, thank you. Auditors, can you please confirm whether they are in the process of rectifying the anomaly?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we know that a consultant has been appointed and the process is ongoing.
All right, chap. So they are in the process.
Madam, you said you just started in July. And this report, that is a 2023 report, it's been quite several months. Why did we wait till July before we started?
Thank you, Honorable. So it had to go through a procurement process. So we first of all had to convince the board the reason why we needed this independent person or the independent team to come and do the job. And it took time, and the procurement process itself also took time. Thank you.
These are documents without supporting documents. What do you procure? Is it the independent person?
Yes, the service, the consultant.
Madam, to me, it doesn't sound like there's any sense of urgency. Because it took you more than a year for us to find an independent person to make sure that we go through all these. And the answer to was, I like the legacy figures out there. Maybe we need to pass a law to ban the word legacy when it comes to accounts. Okay, Minister, you have AESL there with you, right? We might as well take care of AESL. Paragraph 2355, Honorable Kofi Adams will take care of that one, please.
AESL, your
Thank you, Honorable.
well, if you can introduce yourself, so we'll take it up from there.
Yes. Introduce yourself.
The Chairman, I'm Seth Ofurulabi, External Auditor, AESL.
I'm George Kwashi, Audit Committee Chair.
Isaac Kome, Deputy Managing Director.
David Ayi, Director of Finance.
Isaac J. Mafu, Managing Director.
Thank you very much, and you're welcome. We're looking at your financial performance. Well, what is your other income? What do you mean by other income? If you look at your income, the table dealing with the statement of financial performance, you have revenue and other income. What is other income?
We have rent income, tender, equipment hire, gain on exchange, proceeds from sale of PPE, and miscellaneous income. Mr. Chair.
I think you should speak into the mic so we can all hear you well. It looks like you are too far from the mic.
Mr. Chair, is rent income, interest income, tender contract document, certificate fees, equipment hire, gain on exchange, proceeds of sales of PPE, and then miscellaneous income.
So if this is your other income, so what is your revenue?
Our revenue is our claims.
There was quite a jump in your total expenditure for the year under consideration. Any explanation to that? About 65% jump. Your general operations and other administrative expenses actually also went up by 18.6%. Is it due to recruitment of more staff or salary adjustments or what?
Honorable Chair, thank you. The jump is due to increase in salary. We adjusted salary by 30% under the year under review. Thank you.
Well, your current ratio has improved slightly, but the auditors still feel that you struggle to meet your short-term financial obligations. I wanted to find out whether you have capacity as AESL to do more than you're doing, because there are quite a number of projects that even sometimes the state itself is involved in. Do you have capacity to be able to serve as consultants for some of these good paying projects other than the ones that will always be in arrears, that they will not pay you?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. If we look at the capacity of AESL, no other consultant in this country can be compared with us. But we are not getting the juicy jobs, as you rightly said. What we have is the one that normally spreads across the length and breadth of the country. So we have to spend more money to work on these projects. But to assure you, AESL is more than capable. We have capable engineers, architects, quantity surveyors, and the like to tackle any kind of assignment that will be given to us or work on any project of any magnitude.